Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel on Excel video series. In today's video, we are going to take an in-depth look into the various options associated with the data formatting. In my last video, we quickly touched upon it, how it can be done via keyboard, but not everything can be done via keyboard. So today we are going to open the formatting dialog box and see all the options associated with it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to open my Excel file by double clicking it. To launch the formatting dialog box, press Ctrl 1 on your system and it will launch the formatting dialog box. It has various sections. Anything and everything associated with numerical formatting comes under the number section. Today we are going to focus on number. The first format is a general format. General format means that if a cell contains a numerical data and you apply general format, whatever else extra formatting has been applied to the cell will be reverted back and will be represented in its base number form. So let me show you. If I write a date of 6th of July 2020 and I press Ctrl Shift tilde to apply the general format, it will convert it into its numerical equivalent. I'll show you again. For a percentage formatted data, it will convert into the basic numerical format, and again and again and again and again. So every time you press Ctrl Shift tilde to convert something into a general format, you are basically converting it back into its numerical equivalent. Pressing Ctrl 1 again to launch the formatting dialog box. Next is number. In the number section, what you can do is you can basically tell how to represent your numbers. So if you have selected a data, you can specify how many decimal places you want to be. So by default, the decimal places is 2, but you can increase or decrease the decimal place. Similarly, you can also choose to have a comma separator or not to have a comma separator. And finally, if you want to represent negative numbers in a certain way, you can choose this. So there are 4 formats available. One is with the same color but a minus sign associated with it. Another is making it red without a minus sign, and then making it red with the minus sign. So I will show you all the options. So let's say I want to have 5 decimal places, and you can see the preview. So you will know how your number is going to look like. And if I use a comma separator, that's how my number is going to look like. And if I've selected this and press OK, currently you cannot see the red portion, but let's say I type minus 2456.5678980. Since we have restricted to 5 decimal places, so 0 and 4 will be removed and the entire number will be marked as red. So that's how you can apply number formatting and some other options associated with it. Let me press Ctrl Z, bring it back to original. Launching the control dialog box again. Next is currency. In currency, it lets you choose what kind of currency you want to. Now these options are directly available on the file in the home menu. For example, if you are choosing currency, you can choose your currency, and if you will press more accounting formats, you will basically get back to this formatting dialog box only. The only difference is that the other menu options will not be available. It will only show you the number with accounting selected. So you can choose your decimal places and you can see how your currency is going to look like. So every time you select a currency, you can see how it's going to look like. So let me just select this currency, press Ctrl 1 again into the currency format. Let's say I want only 1 decimal place, and I want a symbol of English Canada, and I'll press OK. Then the dollar symbol gets appended against it. That's for the currency. Launching the dialog box again, press Ctrl 1. I'm launching it again and again so that you just memorize it, that you have to press Ctrl 1 every single time. Next is accounting format. Accounting format basically is similar to currency format. And let's say I put it $2, 3 decimal places. You can see the sample here. Press OK. And the only difference between accounting and the currency format is, in case of accounting, the currency symbol gets shifted towards the leftmost side of the cell and the numbers remain towards the right hand side of the cell. That's the standard accountancy format. Next is the date and time formats, and both are quite interesting because there are so many options you can play around with. So press Ctrl 1 to open the formatting dialog box again. Go to the date section Now you can see that there are several predefined formats in which you can put the dates, and you can also choose your locality and the calendar type. So if I choose Australia, then the dates that are normally used in Australia will come into play here. So when we talk about date, it just not includes the month, the day and the year. It can also include your weekdays. So as you can see that there are weekdays included here. Select whatever format you want. So let me just select a cell here. Let me just select this particular cell. I will press Ctrl 1 and I will go to the date. I will go to Australia. It's already selected. I'll select this, and when I'll click OK, it will come into a particular date format that I have selected. Similarly, if you want to have a time format, a very specific time format, currently the time formats are showing hours and minutes, but you can have seconds also there. Select one of the timestamps here. Let's press Ctrl 1 to launch the dialog box. Go to time, and now you can have AM, PM. So you can always select your locality. So in different localities, the times are represented in a different manner. So you will get options associated with that locality. So let's say I press English India, and these are the different options that we use in India, and you can choose from there. Select whatever format you are comfortable with. Let's say I want hours, minutes and seconds both in 2-digit formats. I'll press this and it will convert it into this. But if I select this particular time, press Ctrl 1, go to the time and select this, then this will automatically come as AM in the sample. Now since the time is in AM, it will show you AM as the sample rendering, and you can click OK to convert your time. You can also select multiple cells. Whenever you're doing this formatting, it's not necessary that you have to select single cell. You can select multiple cells at a time, and you can choose the renderings, and you can choose the formatting like this. So that's for date and time. I'll press Ctrl 1 again. Next is percentage. It's pretty straightforward, how many decimal places you want, so I'm not going much into it. Next is fraction, that if you want to present something in a fraction, so this should be interesting. Let me just put something here, 1.75. Now this is 1/3/4. So if I want to present it in fraction format, I'll press Ctrl 1. I'll go to the fraction, and you can see the samples here. Okay, so that's how you can convert your numbers into fractions. So there are various options. You can choose whatever option you want. Ultimately the value will still remain the same. So if I choose this, my number will come as 1/3/4. Normally we don't use it. We very rarely use it, but just for the sake of representation I have shown you. Press Ctrl 1 again. Next is scientific format. Scientific format is 1.75 to the power E. By default in scientific format you will find 1 digit before the decimal, 2 digits after the decimal, but you can always alter it. So if I have to choose these 4-5 cells, I press Ctrl 1 to change it into scientific format, and I select 3 decimal places, then this will become like this. That's a scientific format, pretty straightforward. Next is text format. A text is something that is not number. So if you want to convert a number into a text, that's how you can do it. So a very good example of converting things into text is the date and timestamp. So let me select this highlighted time, press Ctrl 1, go to text. When you convert a number into a text, first what it does is it converts it into its base numerical format and then displays it as text. So that's what it does. So how can you identify whether a number is stored as text or number? If the number is stored as text, it will be left aligned in the cell. But if a number is stored just like number, it will always be right aligned. So I'll just paint this in 2 different colors for you to understand. The red one is stored as number and the yellow one here is stored as text. That's how you can differentiate between text and numbers. And finally, the custom format. Custom formats are most useful in date and time. I mean, they are your best friends when you are trying to custom format your date and time. So let me select these two, one time and one date, and press Ctrl 1 and go to custom format. Now, in this custom format, all you need to do is type your format. So Let's say I want it in DD, MM, YY, DD, just to give it the weekend name, then hour, minute, second, millisecond, and you can keep going. So this will be my format. This is my desired format. If I'll press OK, my both selected cells would get converted into this particular format. So as you can see, I have got these two formats. Custom format allows you to play as much as you want. It's up to your imagination how much you want to convert. And in most of the cases, what you will see is that this is useful mostly for date and time format, because for other formats you are basically getting all the options in the other sections, but for date and time the formats are endless. So that's all for this video, guys. Here is the list of shortcuts used in the entire video. Also, if you have any specific questions related to Excel, please reach out to me on the email ID listed on screen. I will be happy to answer your questions. I'll see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.